Well, I'm Camper Jack. Here's the progress today on the 67 Airstream Safari. We've done a little bit of the curved wooden framing that's going to build us out 3.5 inches. So we're going to have a nice layer of rock wool insulation in there. And we're going to skin that over with nice 1/4 inch paneling. So right now what we're doing is we're doing some 12-volt wiring by taking some blue electrical boxes, and we're cementing these to the inside of the aluminum skin right around the location of the marker lights on the front. And we've been custom drilling these in addition to cutting off the back. Custom drilling those, putting in some 1/2 inch adapters for some conduit. Then all our wiring will always be in conduit. If a piece of wire fails or burns out, we can just open the box up from a little location and snake a new piece of wire in there. There will be no big deal. If we have to replace one of the marker lights from the outside where the wires come in and the rivets come in or the screws come in, we can actually put a screw through the aluminum on the inside for our ground wire and put a nut, and I've shined up the aluminum. I'm going to put a little dielectric on there and some stainless steel washers and run a ground wire also through the conduit, and we'll be able to actually have a ground wire right at the light. For every one of the marker lights, it's a big plus in reliability if you can actually get that done. So what I'm going to show you right now, this is the front center, for example. And here you see where I've drilled and I've added this 1/2 inch flexible conduit in. This is great stuff. This is standard electrical department residential items. And then inside, if we got one that's open, there's a rivet coming through from the marker light. Here's the other rivet. I've scraped this tar around. This black stuff on the inside of the aluminum dome skin is black tar where they glued some fiberglass insulation on there because they had that one piece shell on there. Well, that thing is history. It was in 1,000,000 pieces when I got the camper. So anyway, you could see here, this just happened to be the wire that came apart out of a wire harness. And we have the green for the marker lights and a couple of pieces of the yellow. Here, I've changed the color code by adding a little bit of white electrician's tape right on the thing. But we don't have any new lights on there yet, so we haven't done the deal with the grounding and marrying the whites and the grounds, which will go in a string from the right hand side to the right of center to the center to the left of center, and over onto the driver's side, the road side. We're connecting here, and we've brought a main power up from down near the business area where the trunk line comes in from the pickup and goes to this little junction box that ties our leader in with our brake wires. You can see those blue and whites coming up through the floor, and we have all of the color codes for the there's a red hot. There's your 2 turn signal wires, the brown and yellow, and we also have the white wire and the green wire. So then I'm temporarily running across the ceiling, but I'm also going to have a conduit that runs the full length back to the back end and tie those all together, including the tail lights, the backup lights, as well as the license plate light. So we'll have that all in conduit all the way from one end to the other, buried underneath the skin, buried inside the insulation, Here you can see where the insulation packs in flush with the frame, and you can see where I've had a piece insulated, and then I've got a little skin going up over to it, and then we'll go further with more skin all the way right up and across the top. So a little bit of fun stuff here today. We're running some electrical conduits. Thanks for watching.